Hello, I'm Kimberly, and this is my son, Austin. I will keep it short. On Tuesday, Republicans in the U.S. House of Representatives narrowly passed a budget calling for $880 billion in cuts, which would impact Medicaid. If it makes it in the final budget deal, these cuts would completely disenroll nearly 2 million Virginians that rely on Medicaid for health care. Even a 1% reduction in funding from the federal government for Medicaid expansion would lead to our most vulnerable people, like my son, losing access to health care. Try to get through this without crying. My son was 16 when he was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, primary progressive MS, and he has lesions on his brain and on his brain stem, and he relies on a medication that literally to live, because he has lesions on his brainstem and spine. The brainstem controls your heartbeat and your breathing, things that we don't think about. And the medication stops him from getting another lesion on his brain. So literally without this medication, it is sentencing him to a very terrible fate. And he would get another lesion on his brain. And so he relies on Medicaid to provide that essential infusion medication so that his heart doesn't stop and his breathing doesn't stop. I'm not here as a Democrat or as a Republican. I'm here as a mom, and I'm here because he is my entire life. I'm begging Jim Kiggans and other lawmakers to consider him and the thousands of other people here in Virginia who are at her mercy. We are asking Jim Kiggans to insist that Virginians, most vulnerable people, are not forgotten. Thank you. We're asking Jen Kiggans to insist that Virginians' most vulnerable people, like my son, are not forgotten in their budget. We're asking her to remember her oath to the Constitution and to the American people, and to stand up for what's right. I'm asking her, where is her conscience? I was up in D.C. recently, and Donald Trump was asking that all the homeless people be removed from around D.C. because they were an eyesore. He didn't want his rich people from other countries coming and seeing all of the homeless people scattered about. I'm just wondering how he's going to feel if Medicaid is cut off and all of our sickest and poorest people, all the people, amputees, all the other individuals that are ill, how is he going to feel when they go to D.C. and spread out across the Capitol? He is my most precious thing that I have, and I am just asking her, as a mother, you would think she could understand. As a nurse, you would think she could understand. And as a human being, you would think she would understand. Thank you.